We're not live yet. Okay, wait. We have to. See, StreamYard, you need to change how this is done.
Oh, you sexy beast.
Oh, well, here's the other.
I'm alone with my lover.
I didn't fall on the floor, but the mic did.
You dumbass.
I'm sorry, Mr. Microphone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome again. It's Ron and Mike here from TMI, the podcast. Mike, how's things in Amarillo?
Hot. Back to you, Ron.
Oh, shit. You talking about that hot? I think we're 107 today.
Were you really?
Yeah, 107 today.
Well,
yeah.
It is the desert. We only got to like 93. It's supposed to be hundreds for the rest of the week.
Well, you know, it's a dry heat, Mike.
Yeah, have you ever really understood what the hell that means? I mean, truly.
I fucking hate that term. I literally hate that term. It's a dry heat. Well, it's a wet cold. It's fucking hot or it's cold. Period.
That just it. What the hell is a dry heat? If somebody knows what a dry heat is, please comment and let us know.
Chime in.
So I hear that and it just irks me. Yeah, it's dry heat. Okay.
Well,
it's fire and that'll burn you, but it's not a hot fire. All right.
No, it's a dry fire.
Yeah, it's a dry fire. All right.
So anyway, here we are back at Are You Shitting Me? TMI, the podcast. Ron here from Las Vegas, Nevada. And as always, I have my favorite brother.
I'm his older brother, Mike, and I'm in Amarillo, Texas.
Amarillo!
Where we are getting a new city manager.
We talk about, growing up in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and especially about the contrast between then and now. And I have a couple of things that I have in mind I want to talk about today, but I just want to know, Mike, what's on your mind today? If you want to start off, by all means, throw something out there. If you have some pictures, videos.
Oh, we have pictures.
Lay it on me, brother.
We might even have a video.
Oh, shit.
We have pictures. Here, we'll start off with one. This will be a carryover from probably a couple weeks ago. And it's going to be based on, the stuff that generations today just won't understand. You and I will get it because I remember my grandparents and our parents having one of these. What is it?
Oh, my God. The old percolator coffee pot.
It is a percolator. You even got it right, bro. It's
Dude, after all these beers, I still said percolator. Right.
You kind of had a little Texan in there. It's a percolator.
Let that goddamn down there, percolator monkey butt.
Monkey butt?
Yeah,
monkey butt is a myth. We don't
remember going to
Grandma
and Grandpa's house, and they had that.
Did anybody else use this? Anybody else have any idea what it was before Ronnie called it a percolator?
A percolator?
Yeah, I do remember Mom and Dad and Grandpa and Grandma using one of these.
Absolutely.
They were a pain in the arse to clean. And you know what? It's funny because Carolyn asked me earlier, hey, did you guys have to do dishes when you were kids? And if so, how did you do it? Did you take turns or whatever? I said, no, we didn't take turns. If we took turns, it seemed like one washed, dried, and the other one put away or some kind of crap like that.
Yes.
And she said, well, did you just, was it like on a schedule? I said, no, really. I think we just sort of worked it out among ourselves. And did we argue about it? Yeah, I think we argued. But I do remember one time, you, me, and Dawn, we didn't have a dishwasher. We were it. And
we were the dishwasher.
We were the dishwasher. And you, me, and Dawn were, bitching about, whose turn it was or something. Dad came in the kitchen. Do you recall what Dad did?
No.
Dad came in the kitchen, didn't say a damn word. Opened up the cupboards, pulled every dish we owned out. And just look at
that. Does not surprise me.
You kids wash these, dry them, and put them away and walked off. And so I told Carol, and Carolyn's my wife. I said, and we did. Were they the most hygienically clean dishes ever? Probably not.
And by all means, complain again.
Yeah, that's it. That's an open invitation. Let me hear you bitch about it one more time, kids.
Amen.
No, I'm good,
And I
man.
guarantee you, none of us probably ever complained about doing dishes again.
No, that's just the thing about Daddy, man. It's and I'm sure most people were raised up that way. I guess I'm not.
Never go back there. But Uncle Ken, though, you played marbles, but did you play jacks on the highway? Because that's what we were told to do.
Hell, I was told to play anything just as long as it was on the highway.
Outside.
So, kids,
Go outside.
And I sent him a message this morning. They've had so much rain down there. I said, maybe it's time to start building the ark. And so Uncle Ken fires back. I need to look at what it was. Something. Correct me if I'm wrong, Uncle Ken, but it was something to the effect of it'll have to be like an ark full of younger people because he's too old to paddle.
Amen, dude. I feel you. But Uncle Ken, that poses a good question. You grew up in the 50s, and we talk about 60s, 70s, and 80s, and I would seriously love to hear some info that you have about growing up in the 50s, because that's kind of what we talk about is then versus now, and your then is surpasses our then. And so it has to be a great contrast between millennials and what is he? He wouldn't be a boomer, would he?
No, Uncle. Well, no, I don't think Uncle Ken would be a boomer. I don't think.
No,
it's a possibility because I'm 62, and
because you're old as shit.
Ladder edge. I'm right at the edge before the Generation X cutoff began.
But still, it'd be great to have some information, Uncle Ken, from you about those types of things, because that's kind of what we talk about here. The differences between Mike, you and I growing up, and what we deal with in today's day and age. And shit, Uncle Ken would be a pardon the pun, a plethora of information when it comes to before us.
I'm biting my tongue.
Easy, three amigos.
F.A., do you know what a plethora is?
Do you know what a plethora is?
Yes, El Guapo. I know what a plethora is.
El Guapo.
So yeah, Uncle Ken, please share with us what was it like to grow up with Richie and Potsy and the Fonz? That's what I like to know.
That's
was it all like that?
Really.
My parents used to want me to go hide and seek, but they never come looking for me.
Well, shit, that was us too.
I think our parents did the same thing. It's probably how we ended up over at their house. Be at Uncle Ken and Eddie Lane's house.
You go hide, I'll come find you. Never.
Oh, no, look at this one. Most of the people my age, unfortunately, are dead.
That reminds me of a story, Uncle Ken, about I watched an interview with George Burns, and George Burns. I'm a cigar smoker. I love my cigars, and George Burns was a fiend for cigars, and he was doing an interview, I think, with David Letterman. And correct me if I'm wrong, but he asked David Letterman so what does your doctor think about you smoking so many cigars every day? And he goes, I don't know, they're all dead.
Yeah, well, and Burns lived to what, 99?
Yeah.
Like
he smoked on average 7 to 10 cigars a day.
Damn.
A day.
Right.
I like my cigars. I smoke maybe 1 or 2 a month. It takes me a fucking hour to smoke a cigar.
I've never
this
been
cat was smoking 9 or 10 a day.
Well, and so maybe there's something to be. I'm not going to encourage people.
And they're not cheap either. I don't know. My average cigar is, we'll call it $15, and that's pretty pricey for today's day and age. So even back then, if they were $10, you're smoking $100 a day worth of cigars.
Well, that's why you shouldn't smoke, Ron. That's why you should always just stick to
kaboom.
All right, there's your first one, kaboom.
I will honestly say, Mike, do not remember that one.
What?
Nope, do not.
Can you possibly be a Gen Xer?
I am, but I don't.
That's okay.
recall.
There's some cereals and shit I don't remember, but I blame that on weed. Kaboom!
If we were doing taste samples, yeah, I probably know.
Kaboom was real good after about 3 or 4 dubs, because by that time you didn't care what it was.
It was called Kadoob back then.
And oh god, I remember Kaboom. Now again, you have to, and this isn't us seeking pity, but in our house, we didn't get, most of the time we didn't get brand name cereal. So ours probably, if there was any generic equivalent to Kaboom, we probably got it.
Well, I told you we didn't get the boxed item. We got the bottom one in the bag. So they had Fruit Loops up here in the box, and we had Tastios down.
We get Lupios. Mom, can we get some Lupios?
Fruit Rings, if I recall correctly. So we had
I think they were Fruit Rings.
They were. We had Fruit Loops up here, and we had Fruit Rings down here. So we were more of the Fruit Ring group.
When you think back, what the hell were they? Were they like the floor sweepings or something from?
Oh my god,
Fruit Loops. Like here, just put these
a generic version of anything.
Package them up.
Matt doesn't remember it either.
Well, again,
Kaboom.
Oh,
well,
whatever.
Obviously, Mike grew up in a different household than I did because I don't recall Kaboom.
I do remember Kaboom.
Well,
Come on, somebody else.
Mike grew up in the
somebody else has to remember Kaboom. Please help me.
For the love of God, somebody remember Kaboom.
So anyway, in my video today, in my promo, and I'm sorry, brother, I didn't see yours, but and I meant it sincerely. There are just endless memes and videos and still shots and what have you that compare our two generations, boomers. Here's the thing, though, and Uncle Ken, knock on wood, because Uncle Ken's right. I mean, a lot of his friends, unfortunately, are dead, and the problem with my generation is we're dying, and so when I'm looking at these memes and these videos, a lot of them are Gen X specific.
Sure.
But here's what I said in the video in my promo today was, look, it's sort of a line in the sand, and that's what Ronnie and I do. And if you've ever wondered why we call it Oh Shit, TMI, the podcast, TMI is our name, but the Oh Shit came from the concept of, oh shit, are you kidding me? We used to have to walk 30 miles in the raging snow and attacked by polar bears with Twinkies stapled to our butts. That's kind of the concept that we're creating compared to those that, have to get wrapped up in, pool noodles and bubble wrap and walk to the end of the street to go to their homeschool. So that's kind of the concept is, I think Gen X is sort of the line in the sand of, look, you'll never have the childhood we did, but please, if you have an open mind, let us tell you about it. Because I want for you to, no matter what your generation is, Y, Z, whatever numbers or letters come after that, I want for people to be able to talk about their generation, but I don't want ours to be forgotten. I have a lot of fears, but this is one. I mean, if you think about it, don't you wish Uncle Ken's one? Auntie Lane, she and I were having some conversations about some things, and I didn't expect her to leave. And so she's one, and Aunt Carolyn's another one. Daddy's one. It's
Aunt Linda.
Aunt Linda is a great example, perfect example. I don't want us taking our memories, our childhoods, the things, the shit we did and got to experience. I don't want that to be forgotten. So,
well, Mike, I was talking to a client about that today because they were asking, they're like, well, what do you and your brother talk about? I'm like, we talk about, growing up in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but by the time I was 9, 10 years old, I was coming home, making my own lunch, making macaroni and cheese and going out for bike rides, and it wasn't put your helmet on, put your knee pads on, put your elbow pads on. It wasn't the pussyfoot stuff that kids deal with today. We were Gen Xers. We were the last of the latchkey kids, man. We were sent out in the forest, and we either survived or we fucking died. I mean, and there was no, and I don't mean this in a bad way. There really was no parental supervision like there is today, man. We went out and we lived our fucking lives, man. And that's why now my favorite saying, and I want to make a shirt and it says it. And if you watch TikTok, you'll see it. Yeah, I'm a Gen Xer, I'm old, but I'll still throw hands, because that's how we solved problems back in the days. We just went at it, and we got done with that. Guess what? We were still friends.
Yeah, you went to the arcade and did whatever, and
amen.
But what you just shared right there really got me to thinking. Take baby boomers out of the equation. Let's focus on Gen X. Wouldn't you agree that you would be the last generation that if you were to go outside with skateboards, bikes, everything you just described, would it be unusual if you were to put on a helmet?
Absolutely.
Or some knee pads, whatever?
You would be an outcast.
But no, let me finish. Would it be unusual for a parent or an older sibling to ride your ass? What are you, a freaking sissy?
No.
Yeah,
they would tell you if you put a helmet on, they'd be like, "What are you, a fucking pussy?"
That's what I'm talking about. Would it
off.
be unusual for a grown-up, a parent or somebody to say, "Really, Ron, a helmet? What are you, a girl? What are you, a wuss?" Yeah, no, see, you and I, both generations, were the please go outside and break a fucking bone generation. Please,
Mike,
go, outside.
Please go outside. It was go outside until I tell you to come back in.
Yeah, and if you get hurt, walk it off, dust it off. If you cut the tip of your thumb off, we'll go to the hospital.
Did you watch the movie with Bill Burr called Old Dads?
No, but somebody just told me about it recently.
You and I have talked about it before, Mike. Watch that movie. That is you and I as fathers. Bill Burr is the epitome of, his kid falls down and scratches his elbow, and he's like, "Oh, just rub some dirt on it, it'll be okay." And some fucking millennial comes by and goes, "Well, you should probably put some Neosporin on that and a Band-Aid because it might get infected." It's like, get the fuck out of here.
I'm going to go full on my big fat Greek wedding. Spray some Windex. Put some Windex.
Yes, drink a Sprite. Sprite cures everything.
Sprite. It cures everything.
Oh my God!
I read today, Squirt. Remember the drink Squirt?
Squirt, absolutely.
Squirt.
That's what we called Matt Hall across the street. Remember, his nickname was Squirt.
I read yesterday, Squirt was the first drink to use aspartame. I think it was like an 89 or some kind of shit like that.
It really did cure everything.
And Carolyn,
Carolyn, are you talking shit about me?
Shaving your legs, Ron. I don't know. All right.
I stopped doing that weeks ago.
So
aspartame and Squirt. Go ahead.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait, I was going to try to play. Let's go with this one here. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, hang on. Because apparently I'm not. Oh, man, that was supposed to go. Okay, here we go. Let me go here.
Look, you're in charge. Be in charge.
Okay. Here we go.
And go.
Here it is. Ready? Here we go.
No.
We talked about this last week.
I'm Yul Gibbons. I've spent years learning about natural foods. Ever eat a pine tree?
Ever eat a pine tree?
They are edible.
Because they are edible.
Important to me. That's why Post Grape Nuts is part of my breakfast.
Oh my God!
Is made from wheat and barley.
It looks like dirt.
Natural ingredients are baked into crunchy nuggets and fortified with vitamins.
I can't believe they allowed commercials like this on TV. This old dude telling you to go out and eat fucking bark and pine tree needles. It's like, come on.
Well, I remember when this came out, we were all walking around. The joke was, "I'm Yul Gibbons. Ever eat a pine cone?" Well, it was shortly after that he came out with a where he said, "Ever eat a pine cone?" And he explained how to eat one.
I'm going
But
to
if
tell
you
you a
watch
funny
him-
story. So,
If you watch him pour the cereal, though, tell me that didn't sound like rocks and look like dirt.
oh my God, it's dirt,
Horrible.
sand, it's gravel. It's gravel.
And put it on your driveway after it snows. Get a little extra traction.
You need a little traction? Go get some grape nuts.
There you go. Grape nuts. It'll get you out of anything.
There's,
All right.
there's a tagline for you.
I think that's Carolyn's reply to your shaving your
She's
leg.
talking smack.
He is. And I don't know if she's
Wow.
right.
Hey, you know what? If you're going to talk smack, get your little bony ass into the media room there with your husband, and let's see you talk some smack then.
That's a whole different video, Ron.
I love you, Carolyn, no matter what. I love you.
We do that on a different channel.
You are my favorite sister-in-law.
See,
If I look like a deer in the headlights, I'm not.
oh, she's out. She's out in the back living room yelling something.
Hey, I bet she is. Fuck you.
Might be.
I
right.
love you, Carolyn. I love you. So, what's new this week, Mike? What happened? What happened in your world this week that made
Well, you
you
keep asking me that shit, and I keep telling you it's all political, and
We
it's
don't-
not.
we don't do politics.
So I don't. Well, it's kind of in the news here, so let's drop it.
All right.
Let's drop it.
What do you think about Mike Tyson dropping out of the Jake Paul fight?
Well, it's a little surprising to me, but I don't think he's totally out of it. Did they ever tell what the medical thing-
Ulcer flare up.
is? It an ulcer flare up? Well, then
You know who was trying to jump in on the train is
I saw there was some other.
crap. I can't remember his name. I can see his face right now.
Yeah, that's how good he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or how good I am. One of
Yeah.
the other. Roy Jones Jr.
Oh, no way!
Yeah.
My money's on Roy Jones Jr.
I don't know.
I have seen Roy fight. Roy is
Roy's
a
a
bad-
beast, man. Don't get me
Roy's a
wrong.
bad man. Roy is a bad man.
Roy is no Mike Tyson though. Just to be clear.
Well, Mike's 50-something years old, and even with a flaring up ulcer, I'd still be afraid of him.
We just got done doing some work at Mike Tyson's house, and he kind of snuck
he
up
was
behind us, and
telling
even with the voice of, "Hey, fella," I was still like, "Yes, sir."
That's right. Mike Tyson's
He's
a scary man.
he's a beast, man.
You want to tell us about shaving your legs and riding your bike?
Well, Carolyn, I
Yep,
love
sure.
you. Okay, so when I was a much younger human being,
Stand by for porn.
video up. No, yeah, I used to race 12 speeds. We used to ride Fuji bicycles, and to be a little more aerodynamic and to not cause infection and stuff when you crashed, we would shave our legs. Yeah, and I look sexy. I mean, I can't lie.
Well, if you just speak the truth, brother. Speak
I
the truth.
looked sexy, bitches.
I had sexy legs.
I had sexy legs, and
That's
you're
why-
jealous.
That's why I manscape for the very same reason.
Oh, let's talk about that. Tell us how you manscape, Mike.
Well, I have to be careful because of my age.
Might cause a hemorrhage. Carolyn.
Uh-oh. That ain't supposed to happen. Hey, baby.
He's all,
Oh,
shit.
no, when I look, check this out.
Not
See,
again.
This is how the missus rolls, right? I'll be manscaping and that's not good. Hey, honey. Now, when I cut my finger off, what we call the boo-boo finger,
Oh, yeah.
when I did that one, I'm standing at the door, the tip of the finger was still there. And I'm yelling for Carolyn. She comes out to the shop And I opened my hand, so I can reveal it. And she goes, "Oh, we got this." So she runs back in the house. And I'm thinking, "Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm bleeding to death here." And she thought I had cut myself and it needed a bandage. So she comes back out and I said, "Oh, no, honey. Tip a finger.
Here's the other part.
Here, baby. Can we just glue that back on?" So, if I were to injure myself in the process of manscaping, assuming one does manscape,
That's a big assumption.
I shudder to think of what the response would be. Uh-oh.
Yeah, sorry, you're on your own.
Some things I can't put a tourniquet on.
Oh, I'm going to say something really bad right now, so let's just move on.
You got any dental floss? Two Modelo.
Anyway.
How many beers does it take Michael to get funny? 2 Modelos.
Yeah, right. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Tootsie Pop?
Oh, we talked about that one before too. Oh, here, by the way.
3.
One.
It was 3, right?
2.
2.
3. You got to get that R in that. All right. Speaking of Vegas and stars like Mike Tyson, Wayne Newton, Ron.
Oh yeah.
There's also this guy.
Oh my God, I love it, Mike. I love you, Mike. That is great. So for those of you that don't know, did you get the other one too?
I didn't get the other one.
Oh my God,
I got it. I just didn't save it as a PDF.
So I'm driving to work the other day, and I see this cat rolling down the fucking road. I had to stop, literally stop and had a conversation with him. I'm all like, "Elvis, what's up, man?" And if you blow the picture up enough, you can see the 40 of Miller Light beer or whatever it is, and a cigarette, the other one. And after this picture, what you don't see is his little sign that he puts up, and it's got this on it. And he flips it over and goes, "Your driving sucks." And I'm like,
"Oh my.
Elvis taking care of business." He goes, "Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh."
Oh, Elvis.
Oh my God, that was great.
I had two thoughts about this picture. The first one was,
how do you fit in that suit?
Oh, yeah, it could be. No, I wonder, does he still buy? He used to buy everybody Cadillacs. Does he buy everybody Rascals now?
Oh my God, dude, he was straight pimping that ride.
Oh, look, man, he's got a pimping ride. But it's a long way to Graceland.
He looks like Humpty Dumpty fell on a scooter.
Well, he is, yeah. He's changed just a little bit, but he looks good for it.
Thank you so much for putting that up.
Well, here's the other one that really caught me was two things I never thought I'd see in Vegas. Elvis on a Rascal. And are you shitting me? Is that a Pizza Hut in the background?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You guys got a Pizza Hut. Well, good for you.
Yeah.
I thought you guys would only have like gourmet pizza shops.
And by the way, Mike, just so you know, this was at 7:45 in the morning.
Well, Elvis can't sleep.
Elvis don't tell time. Elvis tells time what time it is.
Elvis doesn't know what the hell time it is. He's Elvis.
So, I think my cousin or somebody posted something about like Elvis needs to upgrade his ride.
Oh my gosh! Look at this. Look at Carolyn. He's looking for you. He's going to have to keep looking, baby.
You talking about my mom? You talking about my mama?
Don't talk about my mom. She ain't got no legs. What do you mean? Lost them in the war. I used to tell that to people all the time.
Stop it.
Sorry about your mom. Yep, lost her legs in the war.
And then a year later, you're like, what are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? My mom's fine. She lives in Fresno.
Oh, God. Oh, my Lord. Okay.
Yeah, we're both going to hell for that. You know that, right?
Pretty much. I think.
Oh, my God. Were those not just the nastiest towel dispensers ever?
But you didn't know it at the time.
Oh, my God. No, you're right. You are absolutely right.
At the time, it's the only thing we had to use to wipe our hands and in an
Well,
emergency.
in the local gas station bathroom, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, either if you're out of toilet paper, no,
Well, you know, that went along with the same thing in the stall, you know, for a good time call. Kind of went hand in hand.
Well, and that was also in the bathroom stall.
Yeah, hand in hand.
Hand in hand. You led me into that one.
It. You're cut
Shut
off.
up. Drop mic. Fade to black.
In the show.
Well,
And
for those that don't know what the hell that is, it's a hand dryer. And back in our day, in ratty gas stations, this is how you dried your hands.
And you pull it down and pull it down until the clean portion came out.
Yeah.
And then wipe your hands.
And when it got towards the end, I don't know if that's generally there would be a stripe. So that must be towards the end of its towel. So when you get to the end of it, what the hell is
towel life?
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
We're going to have to investigate a little more about this story. And for a good time, call 8675309.
Oh, Jenny.
Oh, Jenny.
Who will I turn to?
You know that bitch.
Have we done this one before? Did we do the Kmart Cafe?
We did, because didn't it have Salisbury steak. That was my all-time favorite. Loved it. I would probably puke now if I ate it, but my all-time favorite as a kid.
I want to puke just thinking about it. You want to know something funny though? In the Citadel, is the Citadel still around? There in the Springs, they had J.C. Penney's, but in the top floor of Penney's there was a restaurant, and me, Steve Bracken, and a few other guys, we would skateboard there every once in a while, and for like 40 cents, you can get an order of fries, and they hated it when we came in because we'd always ask them to pour brown gravy over the top of the fries. I will tell you, it's pretty good. Just go with it.
Yeah.
You beat me to it. I told Ronnie earlier I was making a face, and I said, I'm not frozen. The screen's not frozen. I'm just being an asshole.
I'm chewing it back right now.
I think that's all I had for tonight. I was pretty proud I got the video up there, though.
I'm halfway impressed.
Oh, you'll give it only halfway?
Well, there's always next week. You can fail me next week, but I'm halfway impressed this week. Although, just so you guys understand the hierarchy of this, I have no control over anything. Mike is the man in charge.
I'm the admin, so I get to do all this. He's just along for the ride.
And what a ride it is.
Well, again,
I will say, look, Mike had texted me earlier, and Mike, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're over 200 followers.
Yeah, it was kind of surprising on YouTube. So I think people do what I do, and that is when this is over with.
Well, what we do.
I go drink a little bit more so it's really funny when I watch it. And then I go to bed and watch this on YouTube. Citadel is still there, but you need to go in the day and you need to be armed. That's not good.
Yeah. I think the last time I was at the Citadel, Michelle and I were there, and we went to Hooters, I believe, on the south side of Citadel. And yes, I was armed because I kind of felt like I needed to be. It was a little suspect. But yeah, I will say, back in the day, as a kid growing up, and Mike, I'm sure you were the same way. The Citadel Mall was a place to be, and then the Academy Boulevard Mall, or what the hell was that?
Way up north.
Yeah, way up
Chapel
north.
Hills.
Chapel Hills. Thank you.
You wouldn't even know the north side. You wouldn't know the north side anymore. It's just bad. I couldn't live there. There's
bad, like what?
I mean, packed full business. It's from when we were kids, like up on Woodman, where Woodman was like way out of town. No, Woodman's just up the street now.
I met a person here in Vegas. She's like, "Yeah, I used to live in Colorado. They live in this little place called Woodland Park. Do you know where it is?" I'm like, "Fuck, everybody knew where Woodland Park was.
Yeah.
That's where we'd go out and drink and turn the fucking lights off in the middle of the night and see how far we can go before hitting
Well,
the
it
tree."
was, you know, what was really cool about, I thought we talked about this before too. In Woodland Park, I have a friend that I work with now that is from there.
You don't have any
And
friends. man.
here's what we heard about Woodland Park is the aliens landed at Woodland Park.
I
so
heard
that's
that
what we-
same shit.
That's what we would do. We'd go blow herb and sit out there and turn the lights off and wait for the aliens to show up.
How stoned were you?
I don't know. Pretty
Stop
Is-
pressuring me.
is pretty a level in the overall scheme of stonage.
Stop
I'd say
pressuring me.
pretty to pretty baked. Yeah, I was may have been pretty baked.
I was like baked-ish. Baked-ish.
I never hit baked-ish. I just went right back to I passed it in a hurry. I went right to fuck. I'm hungry.
Right. Who's got the Doritos? Did they have Doritos back then? We
Dude, you know what sounds really good right now? A cheeseburger and a pack of little chocolate donuts.
Ooh,
Or we can get some. Maybe the aliens will bring you some, Michael. Okay, good.
I heard aliens are packing.
We'll just wait for them to show up.
Oh,
I'm not
shit.
kidding you, man. We were told that's where the aliens landed.
Dude, I used to love Woodland Park. Isn't that where the Broodings have their
Oh
cabin?
wait,
out
you're talking about Woodland Park? Oh hell no.
Black Forest, Woodland Park? It's all the same.
Yeah, see,
shit.
Black Forest is where I'm talking about. That's where the aliens landed.
Where did the Broodings have their cabin?
Up around Woodland Park.
Yeah, that's where I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
It
I
was
believe
dark
there's-
as fuck out there.
Well, I have no comment. That's-
Thank you. I appreciate your silence.
You're welcome.
Well, anyway, we're about 37 minutes into it, folks. And as always, we greatly, greatly appreciate you guys joining us.
I got one more for you.
Oh my, please.
Then I'll let you go.
Contraire, mon frere.
Okay, here you go.
No skin. These weird. Oh my God, Mike. Oh God. Can you tell from there if there's wiener or skin? Oh shit! I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with no wieners. I'm going with no wieners. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Hey, easy. Don't pee yourself.
Too late.
I'm
Too late.
Pass that. Fuck it.
This bottle's empty.
Did you pee yourself? I don't know.
Good thing I'm manscaped. Oh God. I couldn't resist that.
Oh shit! Hey, next time warn me about this shit before you put.
No, that sucks the fun out of it.
Oh my God!
Oh God.
All
right. Well,
I'm
maybe-
sorry. I'm sorry, folks.
Maybe it's
Mike-
time for
Mike has had way too much to drink tonight.
Modelo's were on sale. That's all I can say.
Modelo's bitches. Vatos locos forever.
All right.
Oh, sorry. That's
Okay,
wrong
El
movie.
Guapo. I think that's all
El
I've got.
Guapo. Anyway,
Uh,
it's what do we have? 39 minutes, almost
Yeah.
40. Again, thank you
Judging by
guys
the
so much for
content of the
joining
show,
us
it's probably
tonight.
time to go home. Oops.
Yeah, and
Mouse.
so next week, our topic will be what, Mike?
Skin. Damn it. Skinless wieners, Ron.
Don't put
Why,
me on the
I'm-
spot.
I'm glad you asked, Ron. Topic next week is going to be that's a hot one.
There will be no skin, just wieners next week. Join us next. I can't even fucking do it.
All right. Look, love you all.
Oh shit! All right, I love you guys. I'll see you next week.
Until then, bye.